Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is a What If Deku had an ice quirk called Jack Frost, part 20. Now, before we begin our What If, after this episode releases, if it doesn't passes the like goal of 50, 60 likes, like the last episode, it's like one shy of it's like one shy of 50. So by the time next when Thursday comes around, if this video doesn't get 50 likes or 60 or whatever, then I'll discontinue the series. But if not, then we'll continue on. As we cut to Ezekiel the next day, as they're in class, as they're getting ready for Azawa already mentioned. Oh, give me a second here. Azawa. Well, Azawa is taking a nap as Inko Was she was she being a teacher in this one? I think I did. Yeah, because she wants to. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So I did. So I just want to make sure. As as she told the kids or the students that the internships is upon us, and they give them their they give them the whole speech of the internships as they all look at what they got, and they're trying to figure out where they want to go. As Izuku turns to Shota, hey Shota, have you decided who you're gonna go with? She's like, my father sent me one, but I really don't want to spend more time with him right now. I was thinking, your mother's, the Ice Empress sent me a recommendation. I think I'm gonna go with her. My mother? Yeah, she. Considering how your family is well versed in, with his ice quirks, it's the most logical choice. I want to get better with my ice. I know I don't use my fire too much, Shizuku, but the ice has always been my strong point. I want to I want to see if I could do anything more with it. I know what I need to do is my fire, but it's my ice that I want to put more concentration on. As Izuku's like, very well, Shota. I'll leave it up to you. And you, Momo? I originally was going to go with Mount Lady, but I also got a recommendation from your mother. So I think I'm going to go towards, I'm going to enter it with your mother because she's well versed in martial arts. That's what I was told. In the sports festival, made it clear that I need to work on my martial arts. What about you, Izuku? As Izuku's looking over the papers, it's like, I really don't know. There's not a whole lot people, anyone could teach me. Endeavor send me one, but I am not interested in interning with Endeavor. He has a fire quirk for crying out loud. Yeah, I don't think he knows much about ice. But I did get it. I did get a invitation to go to intern with pro hero Mirako, but I'm still debating on that. As Izuku gets a phone call from his agency phone, as he picks up, hello, this is Jack Frost, Agent Jack Frost. Are you sure? I mean, I'm supposed to be doing this internship, something to do with the school. Understood. I'll be on my way. As he shuts the phone off, what's in his pocket? Well, apparently I'm not going to the internships. As the girl's like, why? I have work. I have work to do. As Izuki gets up, picks up his whatever belongings he has as he goes over there and kisses Momo and Shota on the cheek as he tells them goodbye as they're going to be a little bit away from each other because of the whole internship, so they won't see each other for a little bit. So as they'll be keeping contact with Izuku, because they're not going to go a long distance of time without talking to him. So he's going to have his phone on him at all times. They made that sure before he left. They made that clear before he left. As a black vehicle pulled up in front of a UA, as the door opens, as Izuku gets inside, it's a Hero Suppress Task Force motor vehicle. So it does have the task force logo on it, so it's not unmarked, but you know where it belongs. That people don't mess with it. Where are we going? H HQ Agent Jack Frost. Very well. That's all the information I need. As Izuku sits back, as he waits till they get there, as they finally get to their new HQ, as it's in the middle of Hosu. It's the middle of the city, so it's sort of in the middle, but let's say it's like near Hosu City. Well, no, let's scratch that. Let's say it's just in the middle of their HQ. They have one because they became more limelight. They have an HQ in middle of the city, so they could operate anywhere by sending people out. As Izuku gets out of the car, as he goes through the front area of the HQ, as he there's big blast doors as he puts his hand on the handprint as he bends forward for the eye scan as the door says welcome Agent Jack Frost. As the door opens, there was the lobby area, then the big blast doors that goes into the base itself. It's a big building, so it's not this one floor. It's like a skyscraper type of deal. For the offices and stuff like that, and down below is more of the secret stuff. Izuku steps in the elevator. As he takes out something out of his pocket, it's a black key card. As he puts it inside, or you're supposed to press the buttons to go up to get what floor. As the hidden button reveals itself, as Izuku presses it, as he goes down pretty far down, as it stops, as he's underneath, Japan. This is his first time in HQ, but he knows how to get there or what he needs to do. So as he sees many people going back and forth, minding their own business, doing their job, as Izuku sees several SWAT members from the Hero Suppress Task Force getting ready for a job, as it's quite busy, as they've been on high alert ever since the USJ, including Stains. What Stains been up to? Paralyzing Ida's brother, and yeah, they're on high alert. They want him, put him down. They want to either capture him or take him down. As Izuku's walking through the HQ underbase, as he sees one of the heroes being brought in for abusing his power, as he's trying to break out of the handcuffs, as he starts to run, as several people with shock batons begin shocking him on the ground, as they re-handcuff him, injecting him with something, as they drag him down to the holding cells. As Izuku walks to the where his aunt works, I think I named her Lilith in this. I'm not totally sure, but I think so. But anyways, if I didn't, then her name's Lilith because it's easier to remember because half the time I don't remember half the shit I put in here. So, but I remember majority of this story. That's the names. This I just don't remember it. I just don't know. I just don't remember. Yeah, that's what happens when you get stoned all the time. So, let's move on. As Izuku steps into the main boss office, or her office, as he sees Lilith doing paperwork. Oh, good, you're here, Izuku. As Izuku gets in a military stance, as he salutes his commanding officer. Director, you wanted to see me? Yes, I did. Come sit down. My apologies in advance, nephew, for taking you away from your the internships at UA, but I need something taken care of that only I know. The only person I know that's able to do the mission right is you, Izuku. This mission has two phases. I can tell you phase one for now, but once you complete phase one, then I will relay you phase two. Understood? Yes. Yes, Director. As she gives her a file, or slides over a file, as he looks at the file as Himiko Toga, blood quirk. According to the file, she's able to adjust anything and be able to copy others' appearance. Interesting. Question, Director. Can she copy quirks as well? As well as like that's we are not aware of we're not aware of that thus yet. It's a possibility. So what do you need me to do? I need you to capture. Don't kill, capture. Understood. When you capture her, bring her back to HQ. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. But why her? Out of curiosity. Aunt. She's a member of the League of Villains. We want to take her off the board. So to say. Very well. I will follow the orders as you directed. You know me. I don't stray from the orders too far. I will have this villain brought in, mostly unharmed. So I highly doubt she's going to let me capture her. Do we have enough men? Do we have enough men to me to be able to form a team? As Lilith's like, no, everyone's busy at the moment. You will have no reinforcements. You will. Very well. I guess I'll do this solo. Izuku gets up as he's about to walk out the door. My advice to you, Izuku, is to visit by the armory to get some supplies. This one's probably going to be a tough one. This mission. Understood, ma'am. Izuku gets his supplies as he's about to head out. As Lilith, his aunt's waiting for him, as she's holding something. Totally forgot to give you this before you left. As she hands him something wrapped in a cloth, a big cloth. As Ezekiel's like, what is this? As he pulls it out, as it's a, sorry, it's a Japanese katana. The sheath is pure white with the blade. There's some blue on it. No, it's pure white. Everything about it is pure white. As Izuku unsheaths it, as it's a clear blue blade. The metals we used to create that was is our own invention. It's our own special metal that we develop in one of our bases. It's light enough. It's light enough to be used in combat, and strong enough to cut through steel. You can actually cut through a lot of things with that blade. It's a gift for winning the sports festival. I saw it. I might have been working, but I kept an eye on it. You did very well, nephew. As Izuku, thanks Lilith. That's like, all right, you have a job to do. As Izuku goes into as he leaves, as he goes into the vehicle, as he goes to the location where she was spotted recently, as you have Izuku, as he established a home base, as he told the driver to drive off, he'll handle everything from here. As he spends a few nights staking out certain areas of the city, saying minor crime, nothing too major of yet. As a Izuku phone goes off, as he answers, hello, this is Izuku. As it's Shota. Shota, everything all right? Doing fine, Izuku. I just haven't talked to you in a while, so I had to call you. So what's up? How's the whole internship with my mother? It's pretty. It's going pretty well. She's taught me a lot of things. I might not have that ability like you or your family to conjure items out of ice, but she taught me quite a lot. How how my ice quirk how my quirk works, and how I need to constantly regulate my body temperature. And she also told me to practice using both. Try to see if I'm able to use both at the same time. But I'm having trouble with that. But I'll eventually get it. So how's your secret job that you're on? Shota, you know what? You know I do work for the agency. I know. It's dangerous enough trying to be a hero, Izuku, and you're doing hero work or trying to be a hero and doing off the wall jobs for the agency while on top of that. And you're directly harm way. In harm's way. You need to relax, Shota. Everything will be fine. Don't tell me to relax, Izuku. Listen, I'm not going to argue with you. I just don't want to see you hurt, okay? As fine, I submit. I understand. But that's just how it is for right now. Don't get me wrong. I respect heroes and what they do. But sometimes I wonder if they're not doing enough. That shit is like, what do you mean? I mean, look at your nowadays heroes. Most people want to be a hero. Usually want they get famous and get rich. It's the way of a hero is slowly turning to something that I you can't recognize. That's the whole reason why the agency was put in place in the first place. I've done I've done so much I've done so much more with the agency than I would ever do as a pro hero. And I plan to do both somehow. Don't know how that's going to work with my aunt grooming me for whatever direction she wants me to go. As she'll just like grooming you for what? The next head of the agency. I'm supposed to take over after she steps down. So there's a possibility that me being a pro hero, I won't be able to do it. But I it's too early to tell. Anyways, how's Momo doing with her training? And she's like, "Oh, Momo's been training with your sister a lot." What's wrong, Shota? It says your sister doesn't like me very much, but she's all friendly with Momo. Yeah, my sister, she's on that whole I hate the Todoroki family bagwagon. Unfortunately, kind of wish she would just give me a chance, Izuku. Give her time; she'll warm up to you. Sisters like that. She's a bit overprotective. Well, I'm gonna have to let you go, Shota. I have to get back to work. And she's like, all right, text me before you go to sleep, Izuku. Izuku's like, fine, Shota. I will. As he hangs up. Few days and nothing. I'm I need a new approach to this. As Izuku looks around, as he has a hoodie packed. As he takes the hoodie, as he puts it on, as he walks out the hotel door, as he goes down the stairs, as he walks out of the hotel, as he scans his, as he travels the city at night, as he sees the nightlife, couple hero battles, Azawa in midnight fighting someone. As he sees a man running out of a hallway covered in blood, he's like, that crazy bitch, that chick's crazy. As he has cuts over his body as he runs away. Hmm, this might be a good lead. As Ezekiel walks down, as he sees several, 4 or 5 men circling around a young blonde, as he sees the young blonde having 2 knives, as she's slicing around at their face. As Izuku puts his hands behind his back, as the ground suddenly turns to ice in that little area, in that little what do you call it, alleyway. As all 5 of the men were frozen solid from the inside, as they're all dead. As Toga sees the hooded figure, as she tries to book it the other way, as a ice wall forms and blocks her way, as she turns back around, giving that oh well look, as she, smiles, as she goes towards Izuku. Now, who might you be? You're an interesting one. As Toga walks over to go closer to Izuku, as she lunges, as she gets close enough, as she lunges towards Izuku, as she goes into a stab motion, as Izuku grabs her wrist, as she jumps up, knees him in the face, as she does a backflip, landing with her 2 knives out. Very well, you're going to make me work for it, apparently. As he takes off the hoodie, as he throws it off the side, as he's wearing street clothes, as he gets in a fighting position. I think I remember you. You were on the television. I believe your name was Izuku Midoriya. As she smiles, as she's playing her part. The crazy Toga. Cut to Toga in her inner thoughts. I know Mom said I was supposed to get captured by Izuku, but let's have some fun with him first. I am undercover agent Jack Frost. Come quietly. I doubt you will, but gotta put it out there. Maybe you'll be smart. As Toga shakes her head. Not happening. You're gonna have to. You're going to have to capture me, if you can. As Toga rush at Izuku, as Izuku blasts ice at her, as she jumps out of the way, jumps on the ice, jumps on the wall, as she's ricocheting off the two walls that the alleyway is in. As she's ricocheting, as she goes towards Izuku, slashes downwards as Izuku grabs her wrist, throws her throws her on the ground. As she twirls her legs, kicking Izuku, as she jumps upwards on her feet, as she throws one of her knives. Izuku catches it in midair. As now he has a weapon. He could easily make a weapon, but he's going to use her own weapon against her. As he gets into a fighting stance with a knife, she smiles. Ooh, you know knife play. Let's see who's better. As she charges at Izuku, as they're going back and forth, as they're both trying to dodge their knife strikes, at the same time trying to make an opening. Each time they would think they see opening, they would always ricochet each other's attacks. As Toga's trying her best just to have fun. And she's like, damn, Mom said he was good. Didn't realize he was this good. No wonder he's the next one up. Next one up to take Mom's position after she retires. Izuku jumps backwards after the last ricochet attack from both their knives attacks. As he drops a metal ball, as Toga hears a clinking noise, as she's like, oh shit. As the ball opens up, as it's a large sonic sound, as Toga's covering her ears, as Izuku has already planned this out, as before releasing the ball, he put earplugs in. As he walks over to Toga, trips her, puts her hands behind her back, as he handcuffs her. As the ball, as the metal ball goes back into itself, as Toga looks at Izuku, as she's like frowns, not fair. You cheated. Using 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 gadgets. As Izuku pulls her up, my job is to bring you in. That's what I'll do, no matter what method I have to use. And she's like, ominous. I like you. So, where are we going? As he takes out the phone, as he texts up in, as a few minutes later, a car rolls in, as it's a Hero Suppressed Task Force vehicle, as he gets in with Toga, as he's sitting in the back seat with her to make sure she doesn't do anything funny. Back to HQ immediately, but follow the traffic laws. We don't need to draw any more attention to ourselves. Yes, sir. I was always curious, ever since I saw you at sports vessel. Is that your natural hair color? You gonna talk the whole way there? Yep. God, I should have gagged you. Too late now. But you need to answer my question. It is my natural hair color, if you're that curious, villain. Toga frowns. Calling names, that's not very nice. You're the last person to give me proper etiquette for proper behavior, Miss Stabby. First and ask questions later. That's still a does not he does gives I don't care attitude. She shrugs her shoulders as it gets to the base. Finally, I'm already getting tired of you already. And she's like, that's not that's not nice. It's still a good smile. She's like, I enjoy our time together. It's been very interesting. Get her process. My part in this my part in this is done. As they drag Toga off as they tell him she's in an interrogation room. As they Lilith wants him to interrogate her. Fine. Izuku walks in the interrogation room as he sees the little blonde, just smiling away as she's handcuffed to the chair, or handcuffed to the table. She's handcuffed on her legs are handcuffed to the chair, and her hands are handcuffed to the table. They want to make sure she doesn't try to pull anything because everyone else thinks she's a villain, but she's still undercover. As Izuku walks in, as he sees a jug of water in the middle of the table. Ah, as my new friend's here. Suga smiles. See, I figured we would see each other again. Let's make this fast. You have information on the League of Villains. I want it. I don't feel like it. You're going to tell me one way or other. I'm asking nicely first. I might tell you. But I'm thirsty. As Izuku looks, what? I'm thirsty. I'm not saying anything until you give me a glass of water. You know I can't do that. Then you're gonna have to put the glass. You're gonna have to, but feed me water. As she smiles, as, oh, fine. As he doesn't want to do it, but he feeds her water as Lilith walks in. As Toga, that's enough. As Izuku looks at his aunt, confused. Party pooper. Fine, Mom, I'll stop messing with Izuku. As Izuku's, what's going on? And how do you know her by name? I know you know her, but the way you yelled at her seems like you know her more. You know her outside of her file. Yes, Ezekiel, she's my daughter, and she's a fellow agent. She's been undercover at the League of Villains. The reason why I want you to capture her, because I want her to. She was being withdrawn. She was being pulled out, and we didn't want to make the villain suspicious. Apparently, my sweet little daughter took it to extreme levels. Apparently. Hi, cuz. She's like, can you be a dear and take these handcuffs on me? Begins to take off the handcuffs and stuff. And she's like, it's a shame. I was hoping Mom wouldn't interfere until I got a free meal out of it. As Izuku looks at her, you seriously were going to make me feed you? And she's, yep. You got daughter. Please introduce yourself. Because my dear nephew doesn't know about you. Been keeping you out of the agency. I keep my personal life and the agency separate. Except for Izuku. He's an exception. Yes, Mom, I am Himiko Toga. Like you said. Like on my file. As Izuku, you've never mentioned you had a kid. I'm not biological kid, adopted, but she's still my daughter nonetheless. I won't get into the details. The reason why I pulled you, sweetheart, is I need you two to work together on phase two. She takes a controller out of her pocket as she clicks it, as it shows a picture of Stain. It's the hero killer Stain. He's been he's been um he's been more active recently, and he's been causing too much trouble. I need you two to bring him down. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter. He needs to be put down. You serious, ma'am? We're finally taking that bastard down? Yeah, she's like, indeed. Finally. I know I pulled you off that case, dear, but he wasn't being he the trail got cold, so I had to pull you. I know, Mom, but it's irritating. Considering Toga is the more informant on the target, she will take the lead in this one, Izuku. As Izuku nods, it's not that I don't. Sorry, I need to start this over. It's not that I don't trust your abilities to lead the mission, Izuku. You've proved that to me a long time ago. This is something Toga wants to finish, and she would be very angry if I gave you the lead in this. It's fine. It's fine, Aunt. I understand. As long as the mission is done, that's all that matters. If you have that much confidence in my cousin that I just recently found out about, thanks, by the way. Wish I knew that early on. I would have approached the situation a whole different direction. Don't worry, director. No innocents got hurt. Only ones that I took down was some low lives that no one will miss. Very well, Yuzuku. I'll leave the rest to you two. I want I want the report on my desk before you go back to UA. Is that understood, Izuku? Yes, ma'am. As she leaves. So, Izuku. As she gets in Izuku's face, tell me about tell me about yourself. As she's just curious, wants to get to know him. Know you're my cousin, but don't know nothing outside of the whole UA thing you have going on. We got plenty of time to catch up before we have to start searching. Several hours has passed as Toga and Izuku are laughing, as Izuku was very cautious towards her at first, but he's getting a lot more comfortable with her. She goes, she told her about how she had to act the crazy bitch to fit in with the villains. And she's like, yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I just wanted to mess with you a little bit. I mean, I was the way I was acting. I would have acted if Mother didn't find me. And after she found out what my quirk was, she she got me on the correct medication. I don't even take that medication anymore. Um, apparently, apparently, if I left my quirk unchecked, my personality would have switched. I would become a lot more crazier. I have my moments, but I keep it under wraps. While you're on a mission, you may refer to me as Blood Wasp. Outside the mission, I'm this Toga. Toga gives in a text as he's talking to Toga and texting. As Toga tilts her head, who are you talking to? Girlfriends. As she's like, what? You you said girlfriends. That means plural. Singular. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long story. Damn, Izuku. I know you were pretty, but didn't know you were smooth, too. That wasn't the attention, Toga. It just sort of happened. Sure, sure, lover boy. As they begin their operation, we're going to stop it there because at 40 minutes, we're pretty good. Like I said, if this doesn't get 50, 60 likes by the time Thursday hit, then I'll discontinue the series. Then down the line, I'll make a redo if I do discontinue it. But if I do hit the like goal, then we'll keep trucking on until we'll continue until we end it because we're almost there. We got the hero versus students. Then yeah, the hero versus students. Then you get the force arc, I believe. Yeah, I think that's how. I'll have to Google it, but I think that's the order it goes. Then you got that parental license thing that I'm not going to cover because it's point. There's not really not much there. Ezekiel would, he would definitely pass that easily. So just saying because he's this Ezekiel's just very OP and he's willing to work with others. So there's that. So hope you guys have a good night and day. Judging my time zone. So all right, catch you guys later. Bye.